morning. I'm doing something different today. I thought I would actually talk to you while I do my makeup rather than recording a voiceover, because my makeup today is slightly different. Today what I'm doing is very much still going to end up as a blank canvas, because I am going to be coming home this afternoon and then getting ready to go out to a Christmas party. So what I'm doing now is effectively a get a girl through the day kind of base face, and then I will probably come home and put another layer of foundation on to build that coverage up that little bit more, and I will then add all the festive makeup and really put a lot more oomph into my makeup then. So really this is the prep for the next stage. It's just that the next stage won't be for about another 10 hours or so. I could do it all now. It's just that the makeup that I want to wear tonight would look odd with my casual Friday clothes, because it's Friday when I record this. It won't be when you see it, but I think this one will probably come out Monday or Tuesday next week. But I thought that potentially, because this will be a much simpler face, it's a good one to show in real time so you can get an idea of how long I do spend on my makeup. Obviously, again though, this will be a faster look because it's less complex. But to speak to that, what I would normally be spending is anything from 15 to 20 minutes in the morning. Especially if I'm doing a full eye look. If I'm just doing a neutral eye look, that actually goes down quite a bit, because nothing else I do takes very long. But I have quite a lot of fun playing with my eyeshadows. And sorry if I blink and squint at you like a mad woman. It is called allergies, because I can't see very well out of this eye. But anyway, them's the breaks. So this has been my MakeSense foundation. I wear the colour Creme Beige, and as you can see, it comes in this beautiful airless pump. So I don't waste any of my foundation. You can see you could see I put it on in more of a moving motion, but when I actually am finalizing the coverage, now you do this, and it's what's called stippling, and the reason for that is that gives you the flawless finish, or it gives you the best finish, and it also will create a beautiful base. So literally when I come home tonight, what I'm going to be doing is applying a second layer of foundation right over the top. This is my deep color correcting tinted moisturizer, so I use this only for my contour and bronzer. But if I wanted to deepen my foundation over summer, I would just be adding a little drop of this. Probably won't need to, because this foundation will color adjust up or down 3 shades. Yeah, just use a little bit. So I probably won't need to, because I don't tan very much. But if you needed to, it just fell on my glasses. This is not this one. This one is a great way to do that, because I'm already using the product, and that's partly why I chose to use the Deep CCTM as my daily contour, just because I had it in the back of my mind that I could always use it to adjust my colors if I needed to. So you see me do this, if you watch my videos regularly, you see me do this every day, but I don't often speak to it. So basically 2020 happened and I lost all the dimensions in my face, as one will. So this is basically a way of putting it back, and basically what you're doing is a 3 shape. You can always play with how you do that too. You don't need to do it as bold as I do it, or you don't need to do it at all. I like quite a bold contour, because it's not a fully round face, but I do have quite a full face. And then I have big features. I have big ears, big lips, big nose, and a big forehead. Hey, I've got them, I might as well own it, right? So I quite like blending them in and going bold with it. Now, the other thing to remember is that whilst it's quite bright at the moment for you, let me show you. So my phone is sitting in the middle of my ring light. So actually, by the time I get into natural light, because this is the harshest light you'll ever see me in, it looks a lot more natural. And then it blends beautifully, but I do like to grab my foundation brush out and I do have a play with it, blend it in a little bit more. As you can see, that's actually color adjusting already. So it tones down beautifully to my skin tone. So I just thought I'd show you. This is my foundation brush. I use the Morphe or Morph, depending on where you're from, M6. It's a great foundation brush for the price point. I have got the Sigma F80, which is kind of the gold standard. It is a great brush, but I don't think it's that much better than this one, and it costs a lot more. This is the Morphe or Morphe E7. I should have put my glasses on, and I use that for my contour. So that's the difference. This one's the rounded brush, is quite dense, and this one is an angle brush and it's very dense but beautifully soft bristles. So pearlizer and ember, this is one of the limited edition mini pearlizers, and when they are gone I'm going to be so sad. Again, just using a little bit because I love them. They blend beautifully for blush. Got a hair in my mouth. I don't necessarily always want them to be a super deep blush. That's one of the great advantages of using them, is that you can really control how deep they are in colour. And this brush is the Morphe M104. I use this for, basically I use it when I'm using pearlizer as my blush, because it's got such incredibly soft bristles that it blends the pearlizer beautifully. When I am using, another one for that would be this one. But when I'm using a Shadowsense as my blush, I use a blush brush with a denser head. Okay, so that's 3 products so far, and I've done bronze, contour, blush, and highlight. What am I going to do next? Do I have dark circles under my eyes? Not too bad. So I'm going to skip the candlelight. This is just a tester of another MakeSense foundation. I use the shade Vanilla as an under eye brightener. SeneGence's concealers are not available in New Zealand yet. But to be honest, I have fallen so much in love with this, I might even just keep using this. This is a Jessup 110 brush. Although, as you'll have seen if you watch my videos regularly, I do have a few that I use under my eyes. No, I don't have any more with me here. And the reason I love the foundation is because it's that same beautiful consistency as I already have all over my face. You can see there, the colours are quite a bit different. This is a neutral based or neutral shaded foundation. And I just love, like, I'm not doing a big sort of, what do they call it, like an Instagram makeup look. It's not a super bold one, but I love the way it blends down onto the cheekbones. If you only brighten under your eye where the brush is covering now, you're going to leave the bone there, and it's going to actually make your under eye look bigger and darker and more puffier. But when you pull the foundation down onto it, that helps to minimize that look, and I find it does make a huge difference for me. Right, I do have the SeneGence powder. However, I'm not allowed to open it yet because I nominated it as a Christmas present for myself. So I'm continuing to use up my old one at the moment. You don't need to use powder with our foundation. However, I have super oily skin, so I do choose to. Especially a day like today when I'm going to reawaken this same makeup rather than starting from scratch. There's no way I'm going to be removing this before I get started next time round. And you also might see I actually pay particular attention with powder to my nose where my glasses sit and out here. If you've ever wondered why I do that, that is why, because it's where my glasses touch my face, or sometimes touch my face. They don't even need to do it the whole time for me to do that. I need a shadow brush. This is Shadowsense. I use the colour Smoked Topaz. I love this shade, and what it does is it pulls out, when my hair is dry, you can see the tones, it pulls out those colours beautifully. But you could also use Garnet, Rustic Brown, or Mocha Java. Look at the difference that made. Look, it all even looks like I've got a lift to do that depending on your skin tone. I love using Shadowsense as my brow product. We do actually have a specific brow product. What is with this brush? It doesn't have the normal flat top, it's indented. Sorry, anyway, we do have it, but I actually prefer this. Now, as you can see by the fact that I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush for my brows, I'm not hugely particular about them. I just want them to look there and be bold, because by the time I get my glasses on and I wear them the whole day, I don't take them off. This is the longest they'll be off all day. It reframes my brows. So see that? Totally different look. So I am able to get away with being a bit easier on it. The shadow today, I'm really just creating a finished professional look for the day and a base for later on. So I'm going to go in with, let's do this one first, Sandstone Pearl. And Sandstone Pearl has less of a runny consistency than some of them, so you'll notice that I do use quite a bit of it, and I use it straight on the eye. I think I actually got below my eye then. But that's the closest to my skin colour. The other one that I like to use for this is Natural Tan. I have one in stock if you want it, but after that it's gone because it was a limited edition colour. But because I haven't completely decided on my eye look for later on, rather than going with that deeper shade, I'm going with the Sandstone Pearl. The other one you can use for this if you have darker skin than me is Candlelight. So basically what I'm doing in applying a neutral colour, or a skin tone colour, is just creating a beautiful, evenly toned eyelid. Our eyelids are some of the thinnest skin we have. So as you can see the veins through here. What I'm doing effectively is neutralizing them across my lid and just creating a nice canvas for later on. And a better look during the day today. Wrong one. There. Let's put that down. Now, also because I'm going to be wearing a bright red lipstick later, I'm not in the mood for wearing it all day. I certainly don't feel like rocking that one. I am just going to go in with a lip gloss. You'll have noticed if you watch my regular videos, I've been using the, it's Jessup 142. It's actually a concealer brush, but I've been loving it just in my inner eye because it's that bit bigger than my denser than my regular shadow brushes, and it's not fluffy. So it just blends beautifully. So even when I'm not putting colour on my eyelids, I've still put that white in my inner eye just to brighten it up. Then depending what I might do, or what I end up doing later, I may end up using Moon Shimmer over the top. Now this is our UnderSense. It is an optional primer. And having said it is optional in that The mascara works fine without it. I would wholeheartedly recommend that you use it. And the reason for that is quite simple. I love it. It contains ingredients which help to condition your lashes. It makes your lashes look fuller. Oh, that's my eyelid. And it contains Capixyl, which is a lash growth ingredient. So Capixyl is going to make your lashes look, grow up to 46% in 4 weeks. Think about that. They're going to grow up to 46% in just 4 weeks of daily use. And that could be length, it can be actual diameter, is that the word I want? Now these are some of the satin matte glosses. They're what I'm going to wear today. I'm really loving matte. I wore matte yesterday too. I will just put one on at random as the day goes on. Just as you can see, the top that I'm wearing is quite, doesn't have any particular colours in it. Let's start with Bella. And as you can see, the glosses go on so beautifully that I didn't even bother putting my glasses back on. A matte gloss just seems like an oxymoron, doesn't it? But it's just incredible. Now, this is my mascara. I wear the colour black, and I normally just wear the water resistant. I only wear the waterproof. And that's my nose. I only wear the waterproof when I've got a reason to, basically, because it's a great product, but it does take that much more effort to get it off. And I'm too lazy for that. We do have incredible removers, and it does happen. It's not, I need to tidy that up. It does happen, it does come off. It's not impossible or anything, but I'm just too lazy at the end of the day, unless I've had a reason to. Rainy days, funerals, emotional days, I pull it out on them, no hesitation. But I certainly don't use it on that daily basis. That said, I do have friends and customers who do, and they love it. For me, I'm just easiest. Now, my mascara is very nearly gone. It's been open about 3 or 4 months now, and that's time to move them on. Mascaras are one product that you don't really want to mess with in terms of using them too long, because they do what am I trying to say? So where our Lipsense contains the cosmetic grade alcohol, and that keeps it sanitary for a really beautifully long time, you can't put alcohol on mascara. Can you imagine that on your eyes? So this one is not one that can be sanitized like that, so it's something that you do need to replace about every 3 or 4 months. Right, I will go and clean up that. It's not too bad, like it's not like it's hugely on the skin, but it's not balanced with that side. I'll go and clean that up and dry my hair, keep getting ready for the day. Now, this makeup, had I been doing it without talking, would literally only have taken me less than 10 minutes. It's just because I've been a chatterbox. but I don't often have the opportunity to sit down and talk through what I'm doing or why in the same way, because normally I either do more complex makeup or you can see my ring light. It's a day I've done a workout and therefore I'm racing all morning. But today I had time, so as you can see, beautiful base face. That will prepare me for this evening. And I will just touch up the mascara throughout the day. Like I said, I will just pick up one of these, whichever one I want, and put it on. That's because it's not Lipsense, it doesn't have that long wear staying power. But when I wear the matte glosses, I actually really love just being able to choose which one I want at the time, quickly put it on, and away I go. Okay everyone, hope you have a great day, and I will add some photos to this later.